sang, "Just a little love, a little kiss, I would give you all my life for this." Excitement made her voice tremble, for even as the song flowed through the room, she could feel his presence coming toward her. She turned. There he was, framed motionless in the doorway. The song faded into silence. Jules moved forward. "Ella, that was so beautiful." She'd forgotten how deep his voice was. She gazed up at him. Because his face was tanned, his eyes seemed bluer than she'd remembered. She smiled. Oh, how wonderful, how utterly wonderful it was to see him. Their eyes met. His arms reached out to her. The portieres rustled. "Oh, excuse me." Papa's voice shattered the rapturous moment. Quickly, Ella averted her gaze as Jules's arms dropped stiffly to his sides. Papa paused in the middle of the room, a crumpled newspaper in his hand, his glasses perched at the end of his nose. Ella realized he had wandered in seeking some peace and quiet, forgetting entirely about Jules's coming. "Oh," Papa scratched his head uncertainly. "Who's that?" "It's Jules. Jules! My, you look so different. For a moment I couldn't believe it." He caught hold of Jules's hand and began pumping it vigorously. "Welcome, welcome home. Thank God you're home safe. We were all so worried about you." He settled himself on the couch. "I myself never had to fight in a war, but I can well imagine how terrible it was for our boys over there. And now," he poked his finger at the newspaper headline, "I don't know. The way things are in such a muddle. It was supposed to be the war to end all wars. Instead, every country is trying to take advantage for itself. Look, even in our own country, the way those senators are fighting President Wilson. Let me ask you, do you really think a League of Nations can amount to something?" "Oh, no," Ella despaired. "It looks like Papa's getting ready for a long discussion. Doesn't he realize we want to be alone?" Just then, Mama emerged through the portieres with little Charlie tagging after. Ella perked up. "Mama will understand." "Papa," Mama said at once, "you know that shelf in the kitchen where the clock stands? It's coming loose. You'd better fix it right away." "Right this minute?" "Yes, right away. This minute," Mama replied, fixing him with a meaningful stare. Papa remained seated with a puzzled expression on his face. He glanced first at Jules and then at Ella. "Oh," he said suddenly, "that's right. I'll attend to it right away." He stood up, folded his newspaper hurriedly, and shuffled out of the room. "Well, now." Mama turned to Jules with a tone of having solved a problem. "Nice to see you, Jules. You look wonderful. Come, take off your coat and sit down. Make yourself comfortable. Ella, what kind of a hostess are you, letting Jules stand around with his coat on?" Oh, dear, Ella thought. Now it's Mama hovering over Jules like a mother hen. "It's getting pretty cold out, isn't it?" Mama rattled on. Jules removed his coat and remained standing, holding it awkwardly in his arms. "Jules, you're in civvies!" Ella exclaimed. "Civvies?" Mama repeated. "No more uniform," Jules explained. He straightened up self-consciously as Mama looked him up and down. "You look very nice in your blue suit," Mama said with a little laugh. "You know what Aunt Lena always says. If a man doesn't look good in a blue suit, he'll never look good in anything." Jules grinned sheepishly, shifting his coat from one arm to the other. "Ella, why don't you take his coat?" Mama ordered. "Do sit down, Jules." Jules obliged. Leaning back,